बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम।
अल्लाह के नाम से शुरू जो निहायत मेहरबान रहम वाला।
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. My name is Mr. Mudsar Majeed and I am language instructor and IELTS teacher in my institute and I am teaching IELTS for previous 4 years. So today I am going to discuss about IELTS. So what is IELTS? I will explain all those 4 modules of IELTS today. So first of all, what is meant by IELTS? It is a test designed by the Britishers to take tests from those countries, those non-native countries, those their language is not English language, their language is not English language, because English is an international language recognized for the whole world. So therefore, most of the people, most of the students hold the words, take this test all over the world. So today I am going to explain IELTS 4 modules here. So first of all, I would like to explain about listening task. And first of all, before explaining all that thing, I would like to explain that what is IELTS. Either it is acronym, either it is abbreviation. So I would say it is acronym, not abbreviation. IELTS. What is meant by IELTS? International English Language Testing System. So it consists of 4 modules. It has 4 modules. So first is that listening. Listening task consists of 4 sections and around about 40 questions. So listening, 4 sections, around about 40 questions, and in reading task, in reading section, we have 3 sections in reading task, around 40 questions. 4 sections in listening task and 3 sections in reading task. And there are 40 questions, and here also 40 questions are there in reading task as well. So the third part of IELTS is writing task. Writing task consists of 2 things, 2 parts. The first part is all about as a report writing, letter writing, or some host you can say report writing. We go through from graph information, any information data given below, and such kind of any kind of pictorial form can be. So and in section 2, we come to know about there is a essay writing, and essay writing consists of at least 250 words, and you have 40 minutes. And in the whole, there are 60 minutes are over there, but it is being divided between the writing task 1 and writing task 2. In writing task 1, we come to know that there is a report writing or letter writing. In writing, for report writing or letter writing, we come to know that you will have to spend about 20 minutes there to explain, to write all that passage, all that you can say graph or pictorial, whatever. So 20 minutes for report writing or letter writing, and 40 minutes for essay writing. And in writing, in last, you can say IELTS last module is spoken task, is speaking task, and it consists of, you can say, it takes 10 to 15 minutes, and it has 3 parts. So now I am going to explain all these 4 modules one by one here. So listening task. I'm going to explain about listening task. Now let's discuss about listening task. So listening So you can say in section 1 we come to know about there is a listen, or you can say conversation between two people, and we come to know we have to judge it out, we have to go through from MCQs, we have to fill the blanks, all that things. So in section 2 we come to know, in section 2 there can be a monologue, only one person must be speaking himself, and from that things it can be headline news as well. So from that thing you will have to judge it out, you will have to explain, you will have to know, you will have to judge it out from that conversation, from monologue, what matter is being discussed there. So in section 3 we come to know that listening, it is conversation between 2 people, 3 people, and can be 4 people. Which means that might be 2 people, might be 3 people, or 4 people might be discussing any topic, and from that conversation we come to know, we judge it out, what matters being they are discussing and whatever. So from that, just you can say we come to know about that things, what their matter they are discussing. So section 4, listen to a monologue. Again, in the last section we also come across that there is a monologue, that one person might be speaking, and from that spoken we come to know about, you can say judge it out, we have to answer the questions about filling the blanks, about MCQs, about yes, no, not given, whatever. So that's so most important that I would like to explain. The most important tip of listening task is that you should not just focus on what she or he is saying. Just listen, full focus. It's all about concentration. Listening is the game of concentration. If you lost concentration, you could never get it out. So if you will come to know, you will judge it out in a better way, then you can solve all those questions. So again, I would say that listening is the game of concentration. If you have full focus on it, if you have complete focus on it, then you can explain all those tasks. Otherwise, if you lost anywhere, you would never know where you are, and you will feel depressed, and then you will not you can solve the rest of the questions. So that's all about listening task. So let's discuss about the second task is reading task, and reading task is considered to be tough task, because in reading task we will have to go through from the 3 long passages. In the 3 long passages we come to know that it can be 250 word or 500, or you can say 2500 or 3000 words might be in that 3 long passages. In the first passage it is little bit easier as compared to the second one and the third one. In the first section it's just like that. So that is so here are 3 passages over there. So in that lines we come to know that there are 2 ways about solving it. The one is that you can say skimming, and the second is scanning. So in skimming we just get the idea about important numbers, important names, about important facts and figures that are given in that passage. We just get the contextual meaning. In that you can say skimming, we get the contextual meaning. So we just go through, before solving it, we just read out all those questions. So if we get the idea, how can we get the idea? So we would first of all just read it out, all those questions related to that topic. So after just reading that 4 questions, we come to know about, just read it out the first passage, first line, and if you got the answer of that question, then it would be okay. And then try to get the second question answer, and so on. The first passage, I would say that the first passage is a little bit easier as compared to the second and the third. If you spend about, I would say that 15 to 17 minutes, 15 to 17 minutes, just give 15 to 17 minutes the first section, first passage, and 20 minutes to the second passage, and 20 to 25 minutes to passage number 3. So from here you would that's the way how you can solve, and the passage number 3 is considered to be a little more tough as compared to the second one and the first one. So it takes more time as compared to passage 1 and passage 2. So you can say a question might be in the shape of MCQs, yes, no, not given, and fill in the blanks, and list of matching words, and so on. That might be given in the 3 long passages. From that 3 long passages, we will have to get the idea about the 3 long passages and give the answers after reading all those 4 questions. So that's all about reading task. And if you have complete concentration, if you have complete passage, then you can go through from reading task very easily. Otherwise, it is considered to be very tough task, I would say, because even though very much educated people are also very much frustrated because they are just very much confused to solve that all 3 long passages. So I would say this confusion can be solved if you do passage on daily basis. Then you can go through from all these 3 long passages. So that is reading task. So let's talk about third section, that is writing text. Okay, let's talk about the third module, that is writing module, and in that writing it consists of 2 sections. So the first section is about letter writing and report writing. So letter writing is for journal IELTS and report writing is for academic IELTS. In academic IELTS, report writing, what is report writing? In report writing, we come across a graph explanation or pictorial form or any information might be given over there, and you will have to solve that things. So in report writing, I would say that there are various kind of graphs as well, just like as a bar graph, line graph, curve graph, and pie chart as well. So that are the kinds of graph. So in the second is also about pictorial. Pictorial, what is meant by pictorial? Pictorial means might be some kind of picture might be given over there in that exam, and you will have to go through from that picture, and you will have to judge it out what is shown in that picture and what is maximum, what is the basic thing in that picture, and you will have to explain it one by one, and all those facts that you consider that these are the prominent facts, and then you will have to highlight all those things. So in letter writing for journal IELTS, you will have to write at least 150 words, and where at the same time, and in report writing we will have also have to write 150 words. In letter writing we will have to write 150 words, and report writing we as well have to write 150 words. So we require, there are 60 minutes are given there, and we will have to divide it into 20 minutes for task 1 and 20 minutes for task 1. In 20 minutes you will have to write 150 words. In report writing or letter writing we will have to write 150 words. So it can be 170, it can be 180, and not more than 200 words. So in that section, in the second section, the second part of IELTS is essay writing. In essay writing, so we will have to write 250 words. grammar and vocabulary, then you can easily write 250 words and in an appropriate way. So it's all about your just command, how much command you have. So if you have full command on just writing, then it's not too much task, but it's very easy task for those candidates who are very much connected with the educational activities, who have some knowledge about English. So for those, it is quite easy as compared to those students who are not too much connected with the studies and know they have restarted study to do IELTS. Therefore, it might be tough for those students, but it is not at all tough for those students who are connected to the IELTS, or you can say connected to the IELTS as well and education as well. So that's about the writing task. You can say, I would say, repeat it again. 2 sections in writing task. 1 in first section we come across, you can say letter writing and report writing. Letter writing for journal candidates or journal IELTS students, and report writing for academic students. So as a for both, for journal students as well as for academic students, they will have to go through from 250 words. So little bit easier for those who are given the general IELTS. General IELTS is little bit easier as compared to academic IELTS. So in for academic students, so you will have to write down general information. You will have to explain about, you can say, graph explanation, information, maximum point, minimum point, how to compare and contrast. So you will have to complete knowledge while explaining task 1. So if you have complete knowledge about how to explain task 1, then it would be quite easy for you. So that's all about third section. Okay, let's talk about fourth last section, that is speaking task. In speaking task, it consists of 3 parts. In the first part, where it is about introduction about that person, it is just like as the examiner will ask you some questions, and then you will have to give the answers of all those questions. In introduction, they would ask about your name, about your family, all that, about your home, about your country, city, job, studies, interest, and hobbies. So the question might be from all that facts and that points. So the second part is individual long terms, and individual long term consists of 3 to 4 minutes, and it is just you are given a card related to the particular topic. So they would give you one cue card, then card 1 slip, and in that slip there might be written 3 or 4 questions, and you will have to explain all that 3 or 4 questions. So you will have to, they'll give you that you have 1 minute to think or prepare your ideas, and after that you will have to speak 1 to 2 minutes on that given topic. So they will just give you 1 minute, and in 1 minute which kind of strategy you can adopt. In 1 minute time you can write it out, just write down the hints. So which kind of hints, just where you will explain, just write down those hints, or you can explain your point of view. So in that task it's quite easy, just write down those tasks, what will you explain in simultaneously and all that things, or you can say you will explain according to your own thinking, how will you develop your thinking, it's up to you. So in the part 3, the two-way discussion, and after that in part 3 it also takes 4 to 5 minutes, and in two-way discussion the examiner will ask questions related to the cue card. So it would be based on your cue card, and they will ask you 5 to 10 questions related to the topic, and you will have to explain. You will have to explain, not in short form, you will have to explain, you can say, in 3 to 4 lines. One question you will have to explain 3 to 4 lines. So that's all about spoken task, and spoken task is considered to be very easy task as rest of the things. So if you have complete command on spoken task, so that's quite serious, so it would be very difficult for you. So just give time to every day, then you can score 7.5, 7 band or 8 band quite easily. So if we work on, if you will just on daily basis or routine basis, then you can just easily handle it. So if you will have no time to give it to the IELTS and you will have to go through to the IELTS, so I think so you will gain only 4.5 or 4 bands. So it needs proper concentration, it needs proper focus on all that 4 modules. So if you want to go through, if you want to attain, just focus on the very first day and very beginning. So in that you will go through from all that 4 modules, and I have given you can say recap of all that 4 section. And if you will go through, if you will daily basis, just go on daily basis, one task on daily basis you can attain within 1 month. Quite